Here we go. Smash those likes. Bitcoin's crashing, baby. What's going on? I'm Blockchain Crusader, crusading through these blockchains every single day, guys, and we're back for another live stream today on October 7th, and Bitcoin is dropping like it's hot. Altcoins are dropping like it's even hotter, and everybody wants to know, is the bull rally over? Is the bull market over? Are we entering the bear market here right now? That is what everyone's questions in their mind is. I'm seeing the DMs coming in. I'm seeing the messages in the Crypto Citadel. Is the bear market here? We dropped below 123. It's over. It's over. Are we about to short? I'm about to answer all these questions and a lot more in this live stream today, guys. So make sure that you guys are smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe, and not only are you guys tapping those likes, but make sure you guys are dropping your altcoins into the chat, and I will get to it. I will cover your favorite altcoin and tell you where it could be headed here next for some more local target support. So right now, market is pulling back. Altcoins are all in the red right now today. Why? Why has this happened? Oh, why, oh, why? Well, this morning, right, last night, it all started yesterday, actually. On the 4-hour, we swept this previous week high, causing a reversal. And then when we started this previous day range, when we started trading during the Asia trading session this last night, 8 p.m. Eastern last night, right, we made an Asia high here around the 125.1. We came all the way down to the weekly open, reclaimed all these levels. Looked like we were getting really, really bullish, but something that I wasn't paying attention to, I mistakenly had my sessions off. We swept the Asia high. We swept that Asia high, and that was the sell signal right there. And since then, we have completely dropped off the map, losing the previous day low and dropping below 123. Now, the minute we dropped below 123,000, I was warning. I was live with the Crypto Citadel, as I do every morning. We trade live together. We were doing our market update and looking for some potential trades. We obviously missed this big trade, but I told everybody, one of two trades is going to happen right here. Either we're going to sweep this previous day low and we're going to send it right back up, or we're going to drop below, retest, get rejected, and drop lower. And guess what, guys? That's exactly what happened. We dropped below the previous day low, right? On this next 15-minute candle, we ran it all the way up to the London low, got rejected, and we closed below the previous day low, giving us full confirmation to enter our short. And guess what? That's exactly what we did, guys. In the Crypto Citadel, I posted the Bitcoin short, the entry, the take profits, the stop loss, give it, you know, and all the good stuff. Right now, we've already smashed through TP1. We're on our way to TP2. We are here with the quarterly VWAP, which could be some support here. Could take a little bit of time to hit this second TP. But nonetheless, TP2 and TP3 is this region right here, whereas the weekly average, and we have a bit of a gold pocket extension to the downside around the 120, 150, right? Now, we have entered. Something you must be aware of is that right now we have entered the previous week range. And once we enter the previous week range, there's a good likelihood that we might get a full rotation, right? There is a likelihood that we might get a full rotation. Now, let me turn some stuff off here, right? Let me turn some of this stuff off. Where is this? All right, let's turn this off. Let's turn off this other, let's turn off these sessions here. Don't need that. And let's turn off this fib extension here, right? So as you can see here, as we are entering, we are now within this previous week range. Our first big target is this weekly average. If this weekly average is lost, we should automatically be assuming that we're going to be dropping down to 113,981. The weekly average is at 120. $355. That is our third take profit for our short. Now, could you ride this all the way down? Absolutely, you can. But if we take a full, let's actually get rid of this regression trend here. If we take a full gold pocket price action here, from these lows, right, to these highs, our gold pocket does line up, or, it is slightly above the 113 weekly naked point of control with a gold pocket up at 115. But we must be aware that there is a good chance that this could be a big support zone right here, right? We have the weekly average and we have the 382 fib. Most people are probably going to be calling for doom and gloom, right? Like they always do. Once we have a little bit of a pullback, everybody's like, it's over, it's over. And yes, we could still drop down to 113, not taking that out of the books. But I'm just saying this is definitely an area that we should be keeping a very close eye on, right? Because we could find a strong support bounce from 120 to 119 after such a major rally that we've had here this past week. That is nothing of significance, just a small little pullback, retrace, build up some more volume before continuing to the upside. Now, if we drop down to 113, is the bull run over? No, the bull run's not over, but we are in more danger, right? We do not want to see those. We do not want to see a lot of price action down there. Now, why do I say that? If we turn this back on here, right, we have the previous week EQ currently sitting at 118.869. We also have the previous month high at 117.931, right? This is a key area that we want to hold above. We want to hold above that key area. We also have, we also have the quarter point of control here of 117.763, which is the quarter 3 point of control. We don't want to be dropping below that. That is definitely going to be no bueno in here in the short term. So Bitcoin is dropping like it's hot right now. And as you guys can see here, where is my, oh, actually, I'm not logged in, but I'm going to log in right now so you guys can take a look at my short. Come on. No, I am not the robot. Appreciate everybody jumping in here, smashing those likes. Come on, robot. Email verification code. Jeez Louise. Give me a second here, guys. I need to get my email verification code. Give me a second. Not right now, bro. What am I doing? Give me a second here, guys. A lot of chaos happening here. Appreciate all of you guys hanging in here. All right. And here we go. Appreciate all you guys smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Let's go on over to the trades. Come on, where are we? What is this? So right now, our Bitcoin trade is currently up $219, up 20% as we hit the second TP here for our Bitcoin short, right? Bitcoin short has hit our second TP. If we can turn this extension back on, boom. Gotta let the Crypto Citadel know. It's always good to let them know. Like, hey, everyone, TP2 just hit. And that's how we do it in the Crypto Citadel. All right, let's jump here into the chat. Let's start saying hi to some people. Bitcoin has hit the second TP here of this Bitcoin short. We are getting a nice little bounce here right now as we are hitting. We did hit this area and we hit the quarterly VWAP. But, you know, still likelihood that we're going to come down to this weekly average later today, tomorrow. Worst case, tomorrow. What's going on? Appreciate it. Why is it dropping? Very simple, guys. We came up, we swept the Asia high, and sweeping the Asia highs leads to a drop to the downside. So first we had a 4-hour sweep here of the previous week high earlier yesterday. Earlier this morning, we had a sweep of the Asia high, creating a lower high once again, causing the dump back down. Now we have re-entered the previous week range, and the target, the overall big target to the downside is this weekly average at 120,300. Appreciate everybody smashing those likes. Can Bitcoin come to 118? 118 is definitely possible, right? We do have, like I said, main area to look at now for Bitcoin is between 120 to 119.4. Below that, we do have the previous week EQ and previous month high between 118.6 to 117.9. So those are areas of interest. Worst case scenario, we're looking for 113. 115 to 113 is the gold pocket and the weekly NPOC. We are within the previous week range now. So a full rotation of the previous week range all the way to the downside is not off the books. So it's definitely something to keep in mind that is a possibility right now, you know, later this week or so. The weekly average is at 120.3. Brian says, make money going down and up, baby. Join the Crypto Citadel. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. Brian is a Crypto Citadel OG in the house. What's going on, brother? Good to see you here. Yeah, we caught a nice little trade this morning. We didn't catch the absolute top. I missed it, right? I missed that sweep. I made a mistake, guys. People make mistakes. I didn't have my sessions indicator on, and I wasn't tracking it. Didn't see it on the chart. Didn't think about it, and I was like, man, didn't see the rejection coming because I didn't have my indicator on. But it is what it is. It's okay. We caught the other half of the trade, and we're doing good right now. We're up over $200. We hit our first 2 TPs out of 3 TPs on that Bitcoin short already. So the Crypto Citadel is printing. Do you have a trading course? Yes, Jose, I do have a trading course. You can join the Crypto Citadel and learn about it. And it's a 1 hour long trading course, 5 videos. I will be adding more videos in the future. I'm currently just heavily focused on building our own indicators. We already have our own indicator, which you guys can see here, right? This is my own indicator right here, the previous QMWB sessions, right? This is my own indicator that helps the Crypto Citadel track support and resistance levels that we're looking for. But I am building other indicators, and I'm continuously adding more features to this one indicator as well. So yeah, a lot of focus on that right now. And then eventually I'll add more videos to the trading course overall. But yeah, you guys can join right now. How fast till it goes back up? ASAP Acorn, nobody knows, man, right? We had a very fast acceleration here at this beginning of this month, right? We bottomed out early in September. Like I was telling you guys, that could be a big possibility, just how we did back in June, right? Back in June, July. So if we go take a look at that, Coinbase, Bitcoin. All right, if we go take a look at this here. All right, look what happened, guys. So overall, Bitcoin bottomed out in April, right? That was the big Q1 retrace. We bottomed out at the beginning of April, rallied into May. Then after halfway through May or towards the end of May, we started dropping. We bottomed out early in June, once again at the beginning of the month, rallied again. Then we started dropping towards the later part of the month in June. We bottomed out early here, right, on June 22nd. Then we rallied into July. And then we, towards the end of July, July 28th, we dropped down. We bottomed out again on August 3rd. August 3rd, we rallied to 125 for the first time. And then we started dropping in the later parts of August. And then September 1st, we bottom out again, once again at the beginning of the month. We rally into mid-September. Towards the last week of September, we start dropping. But what happened here? We came into this support zone here on this 0.5 fib around the 109 to 108, and we bottomed out early, just like we did in June 22nd. We bottomed out on September 25th, 26th. And I said we were having a very similar setup from June into July. And guess what? Coming right after that, we go into October, and boom, we blast off all the way to 126, face a little bit of resistance up here, and now we're having a pullback. Does this mean the bull run is over? Absolutely not. I'm still expecting targets up as high as 139, right? Anywhere above 132, I will be starting to look for that potential pullback, that potential retrace for Bitcoin, right? But we could extend to 139 and higher. I'm just saying to be safe and stay on the safe caution of things. I'm looking for this 0.5, anything above 0.5, 132, then yes, I am looking for that first sign of weakness for a larger pullback overall for Bitcoin. So overall, this pullback is significant, right? But we've had a massive week of rallying for Bitcoin. Bitcoin here, once again, losing this quarterly VWAP right now. Once we start losing this 121.5 area, our next big target is 120 for Bitcoin on our Bitcoin short. Now we in Downtober. Bebob. No, man, we're not a Downtober yet. It's just a little pullback. No big deal. Altcoin season is coming. Bitcoin dominance is actually not even that high. It's a little high now. We went up to 58.9. And we'll go take a quick look here at the Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance earlier today came down as low as 58.66%. We're coming in to a lot of resistance here with the quarterly and weekly VWAP above us on the Bitcoin dominance. So I do expect Bitcoin dominance to continue dropping. What we need to see is Bitcoin dominance start to drop below the previous week low of 58.54. And then our targets to the downside for Bitcoin dominance is between 58 to 56%. Once we see that drop below 58%, buckle up, because we are going to be skyrocketing on these altcoins, right? When Bitcoin's dominance starts to really drop below 58%. Bitcoin right now losing that 121.6, headed towards our third TP here. Let's see how is our Bitcoin trade doing right now. Bitcoin trade is up 25%, up 271 smackaroons. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what you get in the Crypto Citadel, guys. Every single day is an opportunity. How can altcoins run if every month there are pullbacks? Bitcoin pulls back and altcoins pull back because the Bitcoin dominance is still high. But if Bitcoin starts to skyrocket, right, which it has been, and we start seeing, hey, Miguel Albert smashing those subscribe. Let's go. Welcome, brother. Once Bitcoin starts skyrocketing again, right, which it already has been doing, but it continues going up towards that 130 area, and the Bitcoin dominance starts to slide down aggressively as the Bitcoin price is increasing, that is when you're going to see altcoins rally. And even if Bitcoin has small pullbacks like we're doing right now, right, this is not a huge pullback. Guys, we're just dropping from 125 to 121. Literally less than 7 days ago, we were down at 109, right? We were down at 109. Look at this. Look how many, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what, a week ago? A week ago, we were down at 109, guys. A week ago, 7 days ago. Now we're pulling back from 126 to 121, and people are losing their minds. So, yes, there will be pullbacks, but once that Bitcoin dominance starts to slide down, it's a wrap, and altcoins are going to start flying. You just got to be patient. This is why if you don't like the heat, don't be in the kitchen, right? Altcoins are higher risk. Everyone wants high risk because they want to make high rewards. But realistically, if you were trading like we did in the Crypto Citadel, we traded this long. Look, jumping back into the Crypto Citadel here, looking at this Bitcoin long, right? Where is it? Right here. Back on the 16th of September, almost a month ago now, we were looking for a trade for a long on Bitcoin, right? I gave the full breakdown, how much leverage max, how much capital to start with, areas of TP, and we've hit all three TPs. We hit TP1 of 118, we hit TP2 of 122, we hit TP3 of 126. Our last TP is 130, right? And throughout this time, I've been taking profits. And guess what? made over 1,300 on one profit. Overall, made over 2,500 bucks so far on my Bitcoin long. Right, made over 2,500 bucks on my Bitcoin long so far. These are the actual take profits here. Right, this is just when the trade was still open. These are actually take profits. 1,400 on my first take profit, 1,300 on my second take profit. Right, $2,700, about 2,800 macaroons in literally on my Bitcoin long that we've been looking for in the Crypto Citadel for since the 16th of September, guys. What is your opinion on Aerodrome? What does the chart look like to you? The chart looks like it's going up and down, up and down. No, just kidding. I'll take a look at Aerodrome here. Aerodrome is actually one of my favorite altcoins if I had to choose a good altcoin. So we were literally just talking about this Aerodrome this morning in the Crypto Citadel during our market update in the morning. And I literally told everybody, I was like, guys, Aerodrome is just sitting sideways here. Let me turn this off. Just sitting sideways here above the monthly point of control of 112. We have a quarterly and a monthly average at 110 and 109. I was like, we can definitely drop down there, hit those targets, and start climbing back up. No big deal. Meanwhile, we stay above this green support zone. Aerodrome is good. Targets to the upside for Aerodrome are between 132 to 168. Above 168, we're running for all-time highs. That's pretty much the very basic, simple breakdown for Aerodrome. So I am bullish on Aerodrome here in the, for the next 60 days or so. I think we will hit 117 on Bitcoin. It's possible, man. 120 to 119 is the next big target area. Below that is between 118 to 117.9. Below 117.9, we're looking at the gold pocket between 115.3 to the weekly naked point of control down at 113.9, because we are within the previous week range now, and that is the overall big target for the previous week range, right? Not saying that we are heading towards 113. I'm just saying it is a possibility. We just got to take it level by level, right? First, next big level is 120 to 119, and then we just start losing that. We start looking at the next levels below that. Let's jump here into the chat. What does Tau look like to you? Let's go take a look at BitTensor Tau. Guys, if you haven't already smashed those likes and hit that subscribe, definitely do so. And hit that subscribe, hit those likes. And if you haven't joined the Crypto Citadel, what are you guys waiting for? What are you guys waiting for? The Crypto Citadel is where it's at. We are printing in the first week of October. We already made over 2,500 bucks on that Bitcoin long. Now we're printing on this Bitcoin short on the way down. Just like Brian said, making money on the way up, making money on the way down. Jose Tor says, do we get that info in the Citadel? You get everything in the Citadel. If you think these live streams are informative and they give you a lot of breakdown, you guys don't understand what you get in the Crypto Citadel, guys. In the Crypto Citadel, not only do you get my trading course, you get my swing trade signals, you get my day trade signals, right? You get daily chart updates, right? Daily updates of what's happening. You get macro long-term analysis, right? Macro long-term analysis on all your altcoins of whatever choice you want. And you get a live trading room with me every day, Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 10:30 to about 11 a.m. Eastern. Monday through Thursday, over 2-hour session every morning live with me. And then you get the trading course and you get my exclusive indicators. I mean, what more could you possibly want? Let's see here. Want to check out a gold miner stock for me? Drop it into the chat and I'll take a look at it. So BitTensor Tau here overall. Still just I need to update this a little bit. So let me actually update it here. Let me actually update this live with you guys. So let's get the range here for where is July 1st, all the way to the end of September. We are within the previous quarter range right now. We are still holding strong support here between this 300 to 294 area for BitTensor Tau. We're getting rejected off its quarterly point of control of 346. We need to start breaking above this 389 to start move up higher, right? Above 389, our targets are between 430, 440 to 480. Once we're above 480, our new on-tap targets are between 585 to 617 for Bit Tensor Tau, which I'm still very bullish on for one last altcoin season. How long do you think Bitcoin dominance will go this alt season? How low? Oh, how low? So for Bitcoin dominance, I'm looking for a drop down. It dropped down to 58.45, between 58.45 down to 56.80. That's where I see the next big altcoin season happening. It's within that big drop. Now, can we drop lower than that? Yes, we can drop lower than that. But I am looking for the next big rally for altcoins to be once we start dropping below 58.45 all the way down to 56.80. Let's keep going here. What's going on, Joe? Can someone help me? Lost all my weekly money for college, about $20. I feel hopeless and regretting all my... What? You lost $20 and that's your entire weekly money? Come on now, man. What you need to do is you need to get off all those all those gambling websites. Let's go take a look at a gold miner stock. Gold miner stock. Let's go take a look at that. I haven't looked at any stocks in so long. It's called ANPMF. Oh, yeah, it's not in crypto, bro. Come on. There it is. So let's get some ranges here. Let's get Q3, where is beginning of July to the end of September. All right. At the end of September here, let's get, there we go. Nope. Quarterly. Turn off this magnet. So quarterly NPLC. We're looking at a gold miner stock right now. If you guys are interested in stock, I can do analysis on stocks for you as well. That's always a possibility. All the trading strategy, the analysis is all the same. Doesn't matter if it's crypto or not. Let's get a gold pocket here from the lows of July 1st to the highs here. Let me... Yep. Okay. All right. So real simple here for this stock. If we continue, we're currently sitting at $5.86. If we start to drop lower below $5.43, we will be re-entering the Q3 range. Re-entering the Q3 range. The targets to the downside are between 499 to 483. We have the quarterly naked point of control and the quarterly average with a 382 fib. So a lot of support here between this 499 to 483 area. If that area is lost, gold pocket retracement down to the $3.83 area is where the next big target to the downside would be. Now, looking at some extensions here, right? Let me, nope, hold on. Let me realign this here. So looking from this low all the way up to this. Boom, here we go. So targets to the upside as well. As we see here, we came up to the 382, around $6.32, faced some resistance and started dropping. Targets to the upside if this rally continues, assuming we do not drop below into the previous quarter range, then our targets to the upside are between 686 to 755. 755 for our next target to the upside. Next big target to the upside. So there it is. I hope you appreciate that. Let's see here. Let's go back into the chat. See, how do you see Ethereum? Let's go take a look at Ethereum here. Ethereum. All right, so jumping down to the 15-minute. Let it load in real quick. But yeah, we lost the previous day range. We've currently come down to the previous day low where the quarterly VWAP is at, which is actually not a terrible area to go long. We actually swept this previous week low and weekly NPLC along with this quarterly VWAP right now. So Ethereum, right, technically does have a bullish setup here. Obviously, it's going to be very dependent on whether Bitcoin can start pushing back up, and it can, right? Bitcoin can start pumping back up from where we are right now. Not necessarily guaranteed. We could drop lower, but right now, right, this is technically a bullish setup, sweeping this previous day low, hitting this weekly MPLC and this quarterly VWAP. This is an area that we could reverse from, but since it's an altcoin, right, Ethereum is still an altcoin. If Bitcoin continues to head lower, this setup will be invalidated and continue dropping lower. If we lose this previous day low, targets to the downside are between 44.03 to 43.86 in the short term. Below that, we got targets between 42.98 to 42.73 to the downside. But this is a nice little setup here. If Bitcoin is going to start bottoming out and rolling back up, this would be a great entry for a potential long on Ethereum. Let's see here. Cool, thanks. It's up 500% year to date, so expecting pullbacks. Yeah, definitely expect pullbacks, man. Pullbacks are a guarantee at some point, right? They will happen. It's just like this Bitcoin rally. Bitcoin's been rallying all this time for the last 7 days from 109 to 126, and Bitcoin has a pullback, and everybody's like, oh my gosh, it's the end of the world. And it's like, bro, it's not the end of the world. It is expected that it will have a pullback at some point in time after having such a major rally. I just hit my desk and I messed my camera up, and I don't think my camera's going to turn back on. That's fantastic. So yeah, no camera, I guess, moving forward here. Let's keep reading through the chat here. What do you think of IOS? Let's go take a look at IOS. Let's go take a look at IOS. Oops, misspelled it. IOS. No, man. Crypto. Crypto is the Coinbase chart that I use. No. Okay, I just haven't updated this thing in a long time. All right, let's update here, quarter 3. IOS is still currently below its quarter 3 value area low and needs to reclaim the quarter 3 range. NPLC for the quarter 3 is at 34 cents. If we can break out of the quarter 3 range above 40 cents, we don't really have any untapped targets that I'm seeing so far. Let's see here. Yeah. Not really seeing any big targets to the upside besides 30 to 40 cents right now. I got to update that chart. That chart is definitely outdated. Appreciate everybody. The Citadel is way undervalued. Brian, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Says, stop waiting. You're missing money and an education on the market. Appreciate that, brother. Daily updates and signals and teaches you technical analysis and educates you. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. What do you think about XRP? Jose Torres, let's go take a look at XRP. It's in the game. Okay, so XRP here. Real simple, guys. XRP is just pretty much trading sideways. try to break out. Oh, let me turn this off. Let me, where is this? Okay, here you go. So we're currently got rejected off the $3.06 area, this 382. We're still back within this downtrend that we're trying to break out of. We're currently sitting on the quarterly average, right, of the previous quarter, around $2.88. If we continue dropping lower, I do expect strong support between the 274 to 271 area. Worst case scenario, we do have the yearly VWAP right below at 260, right? If the downtrend continues, but 260 is the yearly VWAP. We want to stay above this if we want to see continuation to the upside. So that being said, I do expect 260 to be a strong bottom if we even see that right down there. But once we can break above $3.06, main big target to the upside here to see continuation to the upside is 332. Above that is 366, and then 416 to the upside for good old XRP. Come on, man, this camera. Let's go. There you go. I think I might have fixed it by hitting the desk again. Let's see if it gets back on now. Nope. It's having the fits. There we go. I think I'm back. Whoa, we did it. Oh, I'm gone. Appreciate everybody smashing those. What are the potential long points again? Long points for what? So Ryan, we miss you in the Crypto Citadel, brother. We miss you in the Crypto Citadel. Hey, just came back, so I know Sol was gonna be shorted. What? Go take a look at Solana. Solana's been a very easy chart to follow here. We've been in a very nice uptrend here for the last 2 quarters. Overall, we're currently sitting at 223. If Solana were to continue dropping lower, looking for targets between 217 to 203, and then potentially bouncing off that lower band of the support zone again of the uptrend and continuing to the upside. Targets to the upside are between 295, which is the previous all-time high, which is the all-time high right now, and about 349 to the upside. Crypto is a scam. Now is not October, is now Downtober. Guys, everybody that jumped into October thinking Uptober means guaranteed gains and that there was not going to be a pullback going into October are people that are following the wrong creators. You're following creators that just give you hype and FOMO, and their videos are all of them talking without actually exploring any data, analyzing any data. They're just talking up FOMO and hype, right? And people buy into that stuff. So it's your own mistake if you believe that October was going to be up only and that there wasn't going to be any pullbacks. Since September 16, we've been looking for the big push to the upside for Bitcoin towards that 130 area, and we got it in the first week of October. It was a highly expected technical move that we were looking for, and we got it. So if you're analyzing data, you know what's happening, and you know that after seeing such an aggressive move to the upside, you're going to get pullbacks. It's not up only. You don't just go up. You will have moments where you push back down and you pull back down and retest some levels, get some more support, build, consolidate, and then continue our move to the upside. So we're definitely entering here an area of strong possibility, strong, opportunity for people that missed that big rally to the upside to potentially get another position to ride it back to the upside. How low will Bitcoin go, Mar? Right now, our next big target is 120 to 119.5. If that area is lost, next big target is between 118.6 to 117.9. If that area is lost, then we're looking towards 115 to 113. So it's all about taking it level by level. No reason to jump ahead and be like, yeah, we're going to 113 right now, guys. We're going to 113. That's just a bunch of fugazi. What's going on? Meteoroid spawns. What's going on? 2 to 3 days ago, I said it was going to go down. That's awesome. I hope you shorted it and made a lot of money. I hope you shorted it and made a lot of money. We aren't going to 113. I don't think so either. I think 113 is a bit of a long shot, but 113 is a target. Why is it a target? Because right now we are within the previous week range, right? We are within the previous week range, and there is the possibility that if we rotate the entire previous week, we will be looking for, if we rotate the entire previous week, our weekly NPOC is down at 113.9. So that's the only reason that 113 is even relevant, is because we're within the previous week range. And if we get a full rotation, right, to the downside, that would be the area to look for. But I don't expect us to actually rotate the full range to the downside. I think the likelihood of a strong bounce between 120 to 119 is more likely than a full rotation to the downside of 113. Because now everyone's going to get extremely bearish, right? Everyone's going to look for lower. And, that's just not going to happen. Do I cancel the Lambo order for a Honda? Don't cancel the Lambo. Just send it to my address instead. I'll return it to you when Lambo season's coming back. When will the bull run start? Man, the bull run's been happening. If you're asking when will the bull run start, you have not been paying attention. The bull run's been happening since 2023, man. For the last 3 years, almost 3 years now, the bull run's been happening, right? So, yeah, have not been paying attention. Bitcoin to 118, then 130. Yes, I do believe that. Meanwhile, we don't have any major drop down to 113 or lower, right? And start breaking some market structure. A retrace to 118, 119, right, 120-ish area is possible. And yes, I do agree that there will continue to be more upside between 130 and higher. 130 to 140 is definitely still on the cards for Bitcoin. Altcoin season has begun this month. Altcoins were pumping because Bitcoin was pumping, right? But Bitcoin dominance hasn't dropped yet. Once we start seeing Bitcoin dominance actually start having a significant drop back into the 57% low, 57% and lower, then we're going to start seeing altcoins really start to perform and pump up. But until we see Bitcoin dominance dropping, the altcoins are only going to be dragged up or down depending on where Bitcoin's going, which will happen this month. Yes, I am looking for that to happen, later this month. Yes. So that we can start preparing a rally for altcoins into November, early November, worst case. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Appreciate all you guys smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Make sure you're joining the Crypto Citadel if you haven't already. Like I said, daily trade signals. You could have caught the short with me this morning on Bitcoin. We would have been up right now. What are we? We're up 22%, 237 macaroons on this Bitcoin short right now. You could have caught that trade if you were in the Crypto Citadel with me during our live sessions. You get our trade signals, daily and swing trades, daily updates, trading course, indicator, live sessions. You get it all, right? You get it all in the Crypto Citadel. So if you haven't joined already, you're missing out. You're setting yourself up to fail. You better get yourself a game plan, guys, because if you don't have a game plan for the end of this bull run, when to get in, when to get out, you will be left holding the bag. You will be the exit liquidity for somebody else. Because once we start hitting some targets to the upside here for Bitcoin that we're talking about in the Crypto Citadel, we are going to be looking for that flip to start jumping into low leverage shorts and ride the market all the way back down. Just how we've been riding the Bitcoin long down from 109 up to 126, we're going to be riding the Bitcoin short and altcoin shorts once Bitcoin starts topping out to the downside as well. So hopefully you guys join the Crypto Citadel by then and actually get a game plan in place, because if not, unfortunately, you're going to be somebody's exit liquidity. Diamond in the house. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see here. Diamond, you getting that Bitcoin short this morning with us? Let's see. Where's Bitcoin at right now? Bitcoin still holding this area here. Why don't you do higher leverage trades? I don't like doing high leverage trades. It's just not part of my risk portfolio, my risk management portfolio. Like, I just don't like high risk. I like to keep things low risk. Low risk keeps your losses small and your wins big. And that's what it's all about. That's how you stay profitable. Oh, that's right, Diamond. I remember you said that you don't like doing shorts. You only like doing longs. ETH is in an interesting long position, long setup here as well. So I'll cover it for you here, Diamond, since you're a Crypto Citadel OG and you're here. So overall, Ethereum right now, right? It's not perfect because if Bitcoin drops, it will drop lower. But Ethereum did come down, swept this previous day low, hit the weekly MPOC. It also swept the quarterly VWAP here. Right now, we're currently right back above it. We're sitting above this previous day low. If this area continues to hold and Bitcoin does begin to recover, I do expect Ethereum to push back up. Now, obviously, if Bitcoin continues heading lower towards that 120, which has a very high probability that it will, then it's going to be dropping down to this 4403 to 4386 in the short term. Somebody said, I don't do anything under 25x. 25x isn't bad, especially for Bitcoin. But if you're using 25x and stuff like that for altcoins, dude, that is some degen stuff right there. But everyone's risk management is different. I like to keep my risk management as clean as possible, which is how we stay profitable in the Crypto Citadel. Just here in the signals here, last month, just on day trades, we were able to walk away with $1,600 with a handful of trades. One of our slowest months of day trading because we were so focused on game planning onto our swing trades and entering our swing positions that we did very small amount of day trading, and we walked away with $1,600 of smackaroons, right? 1,600 smackaroons. So above that, what was that? Where is the previous month? The month of August. Month of August, walked away with 5,100 smackaroons. A lot of day trading. And July was our most profitable at 6,800. So right now, Bitcoin Biddy pushing, continue to pull back, continue to drop towards this third TP. Guys, I appreciate everybody smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Like I said, if you haven't joined the Crypto Citadel already, definitely do so and join now. Start getting those day trade signals, swing trade signals, those game plans, live trading sessions, trading course, and much more. You could have been part of this